way too close. What's up, guys? It's Joe Sullivan again. I'm just making a video off script as per usual. I shaved my head, so it looks different. I have a giant head because I'm so smart. But basically, I'm just making this video because I wanted to talk about control. A lot of people and this can be related to powerlifting. This can be related to anything really, but just people tend to get hung up on the shit that happens to them, and basically, my car broke down, I lost my job, my girlfriend broke up with me, my dad died, my cat ran away, just terrible stuff happens and it sucks, but sometimes things like that are completely out of our control, and the only thing that you can actually control is how you react to those things. So I just sort of wanted to make this video to encourage people to take a look into Stoic philosophies and applied Stoic philosophies and optimistic nihilism, because I don't know, I'm a weird guy. I like thinking how people think and how I think, but doing so has it really helps me be objective when bad stuff happens, and people have told me I'm a very, very rational person, and I just sort of weigh out the options and weigh out, this is what happened. I can do this or this. For instance, I have the Southern Strength Showcase on November 19th. I have the American Cup at the LA Fit Expo on January 5th, I think, and then the US Open in May next year. I have a packed schedule, but going into the Southern Strength Showcase, I've been having some serious bicep tendonitis pain, nerve pain, just because I ruptured this one a long time, a year ago, a little over a year ago, and the surgery was successful, but they kind of massacred my the nerve bundle in there, and it tends to get really, really angry if I go lower on the bar on squats, even if I widen my hands out, even if I bring them in, whatever, it gets very aggravated. But previously in training cycles, I've had that happen, and it's been devastating. It sucks, and I get so angry, I get so upset, I throw my belt, I do childish shit that I shouldn't do. But now it's just sort of a thing that happens, and it's happening now. So I'm probably going to be squatting high bar at the Southern Strength Showcase, but I'm probably going to make up numbers that I lose on my squat on my bench and deadlift. It's nothing to end the world over, and it's just adaptation, because the great Chris Duffin gives some really, really great advice at his Kabuki seminars. It's basically you, in your journey of powerlifting, your journey of a career, your journey of whatever your path is, you're essentially herding cattle. You're herding 100 head of cattle. You're starting at that start point, and your goal, whether it's all-time world records, successful career, successful family, whatever, that's your goal. That's your destination, the end goal. Sometimes people will be so focused on containing all of those heads of cattle, you micromanage, you overanalyze. You're like, okay, this guy needs to stay in here, this guy needs to stay in here, he's going over here, so he needs to come back in, he needs to come back in. Okay, everybody's all together, so everything is okay, everything is fine, it's gonna be okay. But then you never get to your goal. You don't move, you stagnate. It's paralysis by analysis. So those are the types of guys that are either continuously hopping programs, continuously hopping coaches, continuously just doing stuff that isn't allowing good progress. And then there are the other people that are like, well, I got to get to my goal. I got to get to my goal right now. We're gonna go, everybody, all this cattle, go ahead. But then you get the rogue steer that goes off, this rogue steer goes off, this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, and then you end up at your goal, but it's not your goal anymore because you've lost all the cattle that you meant to get there. You have 3 or 4 left, and those are the type of people that take all the testosterone, all the oral steroids, all the insulin, the growth hormone. They're the guys that are going into the gym and maxing every time, and not even maxing, like just training heavy every time, breaking themselves down, tearing biceps, hurting their backs, doing all of this stuff that they feel as though they're getting closer and closer to their goal because they're getting stronger, but it doesn't last, because ultimately you might get to your end destination, which is a retirement, the forced retirement from powerlifting, as Donnie Thompson would say, and you roll in there and you're hurt and you can't do it anymore because you've lost the prioritization of keeping things contained. It's about taking control over what you can do and doing it to the best of your ability. Still heading towards your goal, but keeping everything contained. Identifying cattle that start to stray. Maybe, oh man, my knees are getting a little wonky on squats. Okay, I'm going to start doing some prehab stuff. I'm going to address the movement. Maybe we'll be able to fix it through that. If not, we'll check something else out, and you'll get that cattle to come back in. You're going. This cattle starts going off. You're like, man, my back pumps are getting crazy. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's something to do with my intra-abdominal pressure. Maybe it's something to do with my posture during the day, because, oh man, I sit at the desk for 8 hours a day and then immediately go to the gym. Get that head of cattle back in. Just keep heading towards the goal, not forgetting that your goal is the ultimate bottom line. That's the goal, but also realizing you have to do it intelligently and keep these people in. And that can be applied to anything, like family, jobs, whatever, because ultimately in life, like everyone's goal shouldn't be happiness, shouldn't be like, I want to be happy, I want to be happy. You should be seeking meaning, in my opinion, like finding something that makes you want to get up in the morning, something that you can either pursue or become or work for, work towards, stuff like that. And sometimes it's containing one of the cattle means moving somewhere that is going to put you in a position of better success, moving away from something that's going to put you in a position of better success, breaking up with the bad boyfriend that is like, no, babe, don't go get a job. Don't go get a job. I want to hang out all the time. I miss you. It's stuff like that, and that's don't read into this, because I got married last week, so we're like super happy, but I'm all like I don't know, analogy, something analogistic. That's not a word, but it's just trying to be as objective and rational as possible while being an irrational human being, because we are emotional beings, but realizing that emotion is just a reaction to the things that are happening around us, like fear, sadness, unhappiness, whatever. Those things, they're constructs. They're not things that, like, I can't grab happiness right here and hold on to it. I make it inside myself. Fear doesn't walk into the room and I'm like, oh God, like, shit, I have to squat 900 pounds. Like, I'm gonna fucking die. I create that inside myself, and realizing that comes from it within you is one of the most powerful things that I've ever experienced. So, just basically, take some time, be introspective, actually think about what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, and then maybe you can apply that to your training or your career or your job or your relationship or your anything, So, random video, just talking at a camera. See you later.